Hi, I'm Robin, English teacher with Core Languages, and today on my walk, I stumbled upon this beautiful old tree. Let's try to formulate a sentence that describes where I am in relationship to this tree. We could, for example, say, I am standing in front of the tree. Or we could say, I am standing by the tree or near the tree. When we use words like next or by or near, we use what is called prepositions. Prepositions are an important element of the English language. They help us demonstrate the relationship of one thing to another thing. But we need to know how to use them. For example, it would be incorrect to say, I am standing along the tree. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use some basic prepositions. So the next time someone asks you, where are you standing? You can formulate a perfect English sentence.
Prepositions. Prepositions are usually placed before a noun and express a relationship between two nouns or pronouns based on cause, location and place, and time. The noun that they modify is usually not the subject. Note that there are exceptions. For example, ago. The preposition ago is not placed before the noun, but after the noun. It was a long time ago. When used in a sentence, prepositions build prepositional phrases. For example, Tom goes to the movies. To the movies in this example is the prepositional phrase. It shows the relationship between Tom and the movies. They read about quantum physics. About quantum physics is the prepositional phrase. And about shows the relationship between they and quantum physics. Their house is across the street. Across the street is the prepositional phrase, and the preposition across shows the relationship between their house and the street. There are 5 types of prepositions in English. Look at these examples. There are single prepositions. For example, she sits at the table. At is a single word or a single preposition. There are also double prepositions. For example, we walk into the theater. Into is a double preposition. It consists of in and to. There are compound prepositions. For example, he lives across from us. This prepositional phrase includes 2 prepositions, across and from. There are also participle prepositions. For example, I know everything regarding history. Regarding is the participle of the verb to regard. There are also phrase prepositions, which are prepositions that are very frequently used with the same noun. For example, their flight is on time. Here are examples of single prepositions. Single prepositions can be used to show location or place. For example, above, at, by, for, near, through, over, in, off, on, under. Note that these prepositions can also be used to show time. In the following examples, we will use these single prepositions to show location or place. For example, the bird is sitting on a branch. The cat is at the window. The dog is in the car. Here are examples of double prepositions. Double prepositions are made of two prepositions in one. They can be used to show location as well, or direction. For example, into, onto, out of, upon, up to. For example, we walked onto the pier. They went into the cafe. She came upon a fork in the trail. Notice how the last sentence, the prepositional phrase includes two prepositions, upon and in. Another kind of preposition that consists of two or even three words is a compound preposition. Compound prepositions can be used to express location or place as well. For example, according to, across from, except for, in addition to, in comparison to, and similar to. For example, he is a musician in addition to being an instructor. I am sitting across from my friend. Your opinion is similar to mine. Participle prepositions are prepositions that are derived from the participle of a verb. For example, considering, during, given, including, provided, and respected. For example, we drank coffee during the presentation. There are many who disagree, including him. You are doing well, considering the circumstances. Phrase prepositions are prepositions that are a group of words, including a preposition, that are frequently used together. For example, instead of, according to, on time, in spite of. For example, I will exercise instead of taking a nap. It is illegal according to the law. She always arrives on time. It is important to understand that one single preposition can be used in multiple categories depending on the context of the sentence. For example, there are prepositions of place. The dog is in the house. There are also prepositions of direction. I go into the building. There are prepositions of time. He ate before the concert. There are prepositions of agent or prepositions of things. For example, I know a lot about history. And there are also prepositions of manner. For example, we went to the airport by taxi. Prepositions can also be used to demonstrate cause and effect. For example, he cannot play because of his broken leg. The prepositions at, by, in, and on are some of the most commonly used prepositions in English. Here are examples of how they are often used. For example, on is used with transportation, such as bus, plane, train, boat, and ship. For example, we are on the bus, or we are on the plane. In is used with cars, or closed spaces and rooms, but we can also use in for a time frame. For example, in 2 weeks. Or the cereal is in the cupboard. At is used for specific locations and times. For example, at 10 o'clock or at work. Or, are you staying at home this evening? By gives proximate location. And we can also use by for an end time. For example, by 6 p.m. or no later than 6 p.m. Or, I am waiting by the entrance. Look at the following 2 pictures and sentences. We study the library. What single preposition could be used to demonstrate the relationship between we and the library? We could say, we study in the library. How about this sentence? Can you hold the door, me? Here we could say, can you hold the door for me? Now look at this example and try to choose the preposition that makes more sense. The deer walked right up to us, or the deer walked right out us. Very good. The deer walked right up to us. And how about this example? They like sleeping inside the stars or under the stars. Which preposition makes more sense? Very good. They like sleeping under the stars.
Thank you for watching. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to use some prepositions. As always, if you have more questions, feel free to comment, or if you're interested in joining one of our courses with a live instructor, feel free to message us directly. I look forward to seeing you in our next class.